The woman at the center of the Microsoft executive murder trial faced a judge this morning and in Florida for the first time, and with her new attorney, entered a not guilty plea on her behalf.
And that attorney is none other than Jose Baez, who famously represented Casey Anthony years ago. Shanna Gardner is accused of orchestrating the murder-for-hire plot to kill her husband, Jared Bridegan.
They were in a bitter custody battle over their 2 children. Let's listen in on what happened to court earlier today.
We are here for arraignment in Shanna Gardner's case.
We would enter a plea of not guilty and amend discovery at this time.
All right. Would you like a formal reading of the indictment?
No, Your Honor, we would waive that.
Subsection F, the capital felony was committed for pecuniary gain. Subsection I, the capital felony was a homicide and was committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral or legal justification. The State of Florida requests the defendant provide the State of Florida a statement of particulars listing the statutory and non-statutory mental mitigating circumstances that the defendant expects to establish through expert testimony. The names and addresses of those mental health experts.
Are all Ms. Gardner's counsel capital case qualified?
We have 2 that, well, we have one that is for certain. I am as well. I'm not caught up on my CLE, but I plan to in the meantime, just as a backup. Mr. Brody will be serving as death qualified counsel for the purposes of moving forward.
What is the status of any discovery in this case?
Mr. Baez provided the email addresses of counsel and our paralegals. We will send a link for our electronic discovery today.
Okay. And from this point forward, because it is a joint indictment, I'm going to schedule all hearings with Mr. Hernandez from this point forward.
We plan on getting started immediately, depending on how much. I have no idea. My understanding is
there's about 7 terabytes of data.
Do you have an idea of the number of witnesses?
Over 100.
Then we will schedule this matter on December 1st, 9 a.m., and that will be for pretrial, and I will set the other cases accordingly.
He wants to hit the ground running. Well, earlier this year, the confessed gunman Henry Tenon pleaded guilty and agreed to testify against Gardner and her current husband, estranged husband, Mario Fernandez. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty in both their cases. Now, earlier today, the Bridegan family released this statement on social media. In part, it reads, Julia, if Jared were here today, he would look out at everyone and smile and express his appreciation to you, but he is not here today. This is coming from his father, Gaylord, and also his sister. We cannot thank you enough for your love, prayers, and support that you have given us during this difficult time. And that is that statement from that family. Watching along with us is Marie Pereira. Marie, does it hurt or help that you have a famous attorney and someone that represented Casey Anthony? She was acquitted, but a lot of people hate her.
Yes, I understand that, but the moment I saw him, I thought to myself, oh, wow, she has money. She's bringing out the big guns, because I'm sure Mr. Baez, an attorney of his caliber and his reputation, is not cheap to come by. So it made me think several things. She has money, and she must be guilty because she's going after the big, big guns to represent her.
Marie, I'm noting that Matt said that this is a death penalty case, or that the prosecution is seeking death penalty in this case. The murder for hire plot that I'm here for with the Adelson trial, there was a death penalty initially sought after the hitman, but then some are asking why Charlie Adelson wasn't also facing the death penalty. In this case, which is murder for hire, so the man who actually committed it, according to the prosecution, is getting a plea deal, second-degree murder, and the 2 masterminds, the alleged masterminds, are getting death as something on the table. Does that surprise you in a case where they weren't the ones who carried it out?
It doesn't surprise me, and it depends on the venue, it depends on the prosecutor, and it depends on the totality of the circumstances. And sometimes prosecutors choose not to make it a death penalty case because I think it's easier to get a conviction when death is not on the table. And they had to assess it, they had to discuss it also with the victims' families to see what they want, and all of that goes into the decision of putting death penalty on the table or not.
And Baez said in this hearing that he needs to get recertified or up his certification to be death certified to cover this case. So that's going to be interesting. He wants to get started, hit the ground running. He wants all the discovery. They have more than 100 witnesses that they're going to call. The state is. And to answer your question, yes, she is very rich. Very, very wealthy. Her parents own a big crafting company in the Pacific Northwest. That's where she was for the past year. That's why they extradited her. And she was fighting all of that.